everyone, this is Sincere Me 12, and I am just going to be doing a quick video on how I do my foundation routine. I usually have to, depending on how much time I have. Today I'm just going to do a quick one. I start off with milk of magnesia. I've already moisturized my face. I like to use the milk of magnesia to keep the oils in control around my T-zone and also on my cheeks. So what I do is I take a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean really a little bit, and with my finger I take it, I put it around my forehead area, take some, rub it on my cheek area, and rub it on my nose. You have to be very careful how much you take because it can turn your face white. I mean, you can always, clean it off with a tissue and stuff. But while I let this dry a little, what I do is I put that on, and I've noticed that every time I put it on, it keeps my foundation from getting too oily or too yucky. I really don't like having to, I guess, touch up my makeup all the time, and that's one way that I keep it from having to do that. It stays fresh all day. I'm gonna start with my Revlon ColorStay makeup. This is for combination oily skin, and what I do is I take some and I put it in the back of my hand. And I like using a stippling brush for this foundation just because I think for me it goes on nicer. So I have this brush from Coastal Scents, and I just dip it into my foundation a little, not too much, and then just start putting it on. I find that this foundation goes on better with the stippling brush. You get a fresher I guess look, more natural look instead of a heavy foundation look. Again, I don't put too much foundation all over my face, just enough, to give me a nice coverage, help me with my pores, because I do have large pores, so I like to cover them, and the brush just is a nice way of just putting on a little bit of foundation without looking too made up. So I bring the foundation all over my face, especially on my nose and my cheek. And then I take foundation and I bring it to my neck. I like to take my foundation and blend it to my neck so it can look more natural. I don't like foundation lines. I just find that it looks much better when you don't have your foundation lines. So once I'm done with that, which is pretty easy, I just take a tissue, wipe the foundation from the back of my hand, and then I go on to my concealer under the eyes, and I am using the Coastal Scent Camel Quad, and I just take my finger, dip it into, I use two of their colors, which is the darker one and the one before the darker one. Just put it with my index finger, dab it where I want the coverage, and then I take my ring finger and I used my ring finger to blend because the ring fingers, I feel is more delicate than any of the other fingers, so it won't be pulling your skin. All you want to do is, or all I want to do is just blend it in. And you know, you can put it where you want. I try to bring it a little bit down to where my cheek area is, so basically like making a triangle, so I can get nice coverage there as well. I'm gonna do the other eye. Again, bringing it down to my cheek area and to a little bit behind the eye to the temple, giving you coverage there too. And sometimes, depending, especially if it's allergy season, my nose gets red, so I put just a little bit on the nose just to hide the redness. And I use glasses, so I like to cover where the glasses hit. So again, I take some concealer, and with either my middle finger or my ring finger, I just blend it in. And that's it. Clean off my fingers, and now I usually have two things I do. If I have a lot of time, I will use my L'Oreal Sublime Bronzer, the One Day Gel. It's a tinted gel, and it gives you a natural sun-kissed look, but I only do it if I have time and I'm in the mood for it. Besides that, I will use a different bronzer, but before I do that, I take my Maybelline loose powder, and I use my Feather Light from Bare Essentials, and I just put powder all over my face just to set in the foundation. I like the way it looks with powder. It's a nice natural subtle look, and it helps the foundation stay in place, especially in the summer. I use foundation in the summer. I like foundation. It's one of my favorite things to use. I take it, I bring it down to my neck again. And that's it. Now I take my bronzer, and I just got this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. It's okay, it's a little too shimmery for me, but I'm gonna keep on using it and see what I can do with it until I find something that I like better. So what I do is, you know, I lightly tap my Bare Essential angled face brush, and then I hit it on my hand just to get rid of any fallouts. Then I just take the brush and just make a 3 on my face, and I do that several times just so that I can blend it in better. And I go the 3 up and the 3 down. Again, just tap it lightly, then tap it against my hand for the fallout, and now I'm making a backwards 3 or an E. And then I just go back and then just, you know, put it where I like the bronzer to be. I'm not a big fan of suntans. I don't like tanning my face because I don't like the roughness that you get from it. So I rather do this. Then I take, again, dab it in, and I bring it down to my neck, and I start from up here, and I bring it down into my, I guess, my chin area. It also helps, I guess, camouflage extra skin that you may have under your neck or a double chin, which I have. And then just bring it down. And that's it. So I'm just gonna throw on some blush, and I am done with my face routine. So I have this Smooth Mineral Warm Beauty duo from Avon. Nice warm colors. So I take a Revlon powder brush. I just like the fact that it's big and I like the way it goes on the face. I had tapped some of it onto the lid, so I just take a little bit on my brush, tap it just to get rid of anything excess, and then just smile and put it on. And I like to bring my brush up by my temple area. I just like the way that looks, but you know, you can find the way that works for you. Again, tap, smile. And I like to put some on my nose area, bring some just all around, just to give a, you know, a light touch of color. And that is my face routine, my foundation routine. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, feel free to email me or comment, and I will be sure to get back to you.